So you want to go full time in your coaching business, but right now you're piecing together one-off offers, packaging just a bunch of sessions together, and you don't have a clear systemized signature framework and a premium offer that delivers true transformation while still bringing you tranquility in your coaching business. And so because of that, you are operating almost like a sheen, right? You don't have that Louis V quality premium luxury brand representation. And so in this live stream of the Daily Dose, I'm going to be breaking down how you can stop justifying your price and position your coaching as premium and finally get your bag, okay? Get your bag so that you can transition into coaching full time and have that freedom and have that fulfillment and that flexibility that full-time coaching allots you. And so in today's episode of the Daily Dose, I'm going to be breaking all of that down for you. The Daily Dose is divine overflow of spirit-led empowerment. And I just really am excited about today's topic because this is exactly the work that I hope you to do, right? I hope you to transition into coaching full time without chasing clients, without self-sabotaging, without sacrificing time with your family and your loved ones. And so a big portion of that is literally the first step in my framework. My framework is to help you create your signature framework, right? That is literally step number one. And so when you create a beautifully crafted signature framework, you're able to now set it at a premium luxury level and be able to get your bag so that you can you probably want to make maybe 10K months consistently, right? To transition into coaching full time. So when you develop a premium signature offer and package it in an offer that is just beautiful, you are able to do that a lot faster. Okay. And so I'm inspired by a conversation that I had with my 9-year-old daughter. She is into fashion. She's always judging, judging my fashion and like saying, no, mommy, wear these earrings, wear that. I don't like that outfit. Do this, wear these. Like she's into that, right? And I was the same way. I love fashion. I've always loved fashion. And my daughter is literally pretty much following my footsteps. So the other day we were actually heading out and I grabbed my purse, right? And let me actually take this off the screen. So I grabbed my Louis purse and she was like, Mom, this is my mommy, actually. I love you, Mama. So I grabbed my Louis purse. I just grabbed it up. I've had this purse for forever. So I grabbed my purse and she's like, Mom, is that a Louis Vuitton? I'm like, first of all, I'm like, how does she know Louis Vuitton? And then I'm just like, yeah, it is. And she's like, how much did you pay for that? And then I told her, I was like, oh, a couple thousand. And she's just like, why would you spend so much money for a Louis Vuitton bag, for one bag? And I was just like explaining to her, I was just like, it's not just about the cost, right? It's really the perceived value of the bag. It's not so much the leather or the design. It's really the fact that Louis Vuitton has literally 160 years of history and legacy and their story, right? And so because it positioned its brand in a way where it equates to luxury, I didn't think twice, right? When I got that, I've had this purse for so long. I actually purchased that purse when I believe it was like my first paycheck or like one of my first paychecks as a nurse. That's how long, this is over a decade, okay? And so, and I have a few more, but that's the one she saw. And so she's like, so yeah, I was explaining to her, it's about the story behind the brand. It's about the luxury. It's about the positioning. It's about the perceived value of the brand. And so at the same time, I was just like, this is such good content. This is exactly what it is for coaches, right? As a coach, it's like, you don't need to be at the bottom of the barrel, scraping by and piecing together sessions to try to make your business work. No, what you need to do is build out your signature framework and create a beautiful business that you are in love with, a business that brings you the freedom and the flexibility and the fulfillment while giving your clients the transformation that they're paying you for, right? And so you can stop justifying your price and finally get in your coaching bag, your full-time coaching bag. Okay, so we're going to be talking about that today. So listen, as always, I have a acronym for you. Okay, and so the acronym is BAG. Okay, it's BAG. And when you like really position yourself to get your bag, to get your coaching bag, it's really because you are stepping into brand belief. All right. And so, oh yeah, you're going to get twofold because I'm giving you, the Lord often speaks to me through acronyms and alliterations. And so you're getting both. Okay. So brand belief truly is like when your brand is rooted in identity, right? Identity. You show up with a level of conviction, clarity, and authority. So it speaks for itself. So you understand that your identity is rooted in Christ. You didn't call yourself to coaching. God called you. Christ called you. And so when you have a deep rooted identity and you know who you are based off of whose you are, and you know who sent you, you show up with such a level of identity that your confidence just exudes, right? When I show up, my confidence speaks for itself. I don't have to like open my mouth to say anything. Like I literally enter the room and just the way in which I present myself, the way I carry myself, the way my shoulders are back, my shoulders are back, my head is straight up. I'm walking in like I got somewhere to go. I know how to own the room because I have deep rooted confidence and identity in who I am based off of whose I am. I can't say that was always that wasn't always the case for me. It really wasn't. But because I've studied the word of God and I truly understand who he is, and the more I spend time with him every single day, just in my daily encounters, I understand who I am. And so when I show up, my brand speaks for itself because I believe in my brand. And that resonates through my content, through anywhere that I go, because I am my brand and my brand is representing the kingdom of God. And so that is the first step for you to get in your bag as a coach, especially as a kingdom coach. It's a matter of you understanding your identity, building your brand that is rooted in identity. Because when you know who you are, no one else can tell you who you are. You own that. You show up with that conviction. You show up with that authority. You show up with that clarity and that confidence. And it speaks for itself. It speaks loudly. All right. So Louis Vuitton doesn't have to lower its prices and beg people to buy. Right. And that's one of the things, that's one of my values. Like we don't, I don't teach my clients we don't chase clients. Right. We don't chase clients. We don't beg people to buy from us. We position ourselves, explain the transformation that they're receiving, and we understand that people are going to be on their own buying process and journey. And the people that we're calling in, they're brilliant, they're energetically aligned, they're self-sufficient, and they're trustworthy. They're our best clients. And so they're going to see the value. They're not going to be looking at the cost. They're going to see the value of the transformation that their life is going to see after working with you. All right. And so let's buy. So right now you're probably like lowering your prices, you're offering flash sales, you're over explaining your process because you don't truly see the value or believe fully believe. You believe partially, but that full conviction, that full brand belief isn't there yet. And so this is the work that I help you to do inside of Business by Believe. All right. This is exactly the work I help my clients to do. Because when your brand is rooted in belief, you no longer have to explain your value. All right. You just show up and you embody it. You embody it. And so your audience feels it. They feel that perceived value from your posture, from your tone, and from your energy. Your energy goes before you. I often say this, like you can say all the things out of your mouth, but your energy speaks for you. If you don't truly believe it, your clients are going to feel that. They're going to know. They're going to know because your energy never, ever, ever, ever lies. All right. All right, so that is the B. We're going to jump into the A. All right, and so the A in the B.A.G acronym for you to finally get your coaching bag and transition into coaching full time is to have aligned assignment, right? So when you're aligned with your assignment, your God-given assignment, you craft, like I mentioned before, a signature framework and a premium offer. So the first step we do is craft your signature framework. And then we build out your signature premium offer rooted in integrity. So first thing was identity. Second thing is integrity. So it feels distinct and delivers transformation. And so the way in which I walk my clients through crafting their signature framework and building out their signature offer is through my treasure trial framework. And so this is where we actually take a trial that you've actually lived through, something you've gone through that you've triumphed over, and create a trail for someone else. And so this is how you build out your unique, distinct signature framework, something that you've gone through, something that you've lived through, so that it's from a level of, you can actually show up now with a level of confidence and conviction when you're talking about it, because you've been able to live through this transformation. You know it step by step. You can help others, guide them step by step through this said transformation. All right. And so your signature offer, it must reflect your unique framework and transformation, not just a generic checklist of just things you're just throwing into your offer, piecing it together, right? And so right now what you're doing is you're overstuffing your offer. You're adding in a bunch of bonus calls, like Boxer sessions. You're adding in just a bunch of like extra PDFs and just extra workbooks and worksheets and all these things. You're just packaging it all up, because what it is you're operating from a level of, you're still operating from an employee mindset and thinking like, oh yeah, the more work I do or the more work I pile in, the more valuable it is. But that's not truly what it is. The value comes from the transformation that you're walking your clients through, that you're guiding them through. That's where it is. The alignment comes, like the value comes when it's actually in alignment with your purpose, with your God-given assignment. Your aligned assignment, your aligned offer flows from your lived experience, from your God-given assignment, and it's in a repeatable framework that delivers results, okay? And so when your offer is clearer, it's a lot lighter, and your clients can feel that. They can see the clarity. They can see how you're going to get them from point A to point B. And so it's a win-win for both you yourself and your clients, right? All right, so that is the A. That is the A. This is how you get your bag, all right? This is how you get your bag in your coaching business. And so now the next step is really, the G is guided growth. Guided growth. And this is when you market with story selling and magnetic messaging that leaves an impact. So your audience sees you as the obvious premium choice. And I just gave you an example of that. You see, like a question that my daughter asked me like last week is now content today. So story selling. I literally took a question that my daughter asked me about my Louis bag, right? A question that my daughter asked me about my Louis bag randomly is now content. And I'm literally reframing this and selling it, showing you how when you position your branding like Louis Vuitton, you're able to now sell and market and prosper in your business so that you can transition fully into coaching, which is exactly what I help you to do. And so I'm literally showing you in real time how you grow your audience, grow your expertise, grow your impact, and never run out of content ideas, because you market from a story selling perspective. You never run out of content. Like everything is content. You develop magnetic messaging, right? That leaves an impact with your audience, and they see you as the premium choice because you speak directly to what it is that they're going through, right? And so growth really comes from positioning yourself, positioning your branding, just believe in yourself. Understand that you are called, right? And so when you believe in yourself and you have that identity and you create an offer through integrity, it's integral. It's what you've actually lived through. And you know that you're in integrity by helping others to live, to triumph over the same trial, right? And so you have your identity, you understand your identity, you're walking in integrity through your offer, and you're leaving an impact in your messaging, right? In your messaging and through the execution of your offer. And so you are the premium choice. You are the obvious choice in your market. No one else has your story. No one else has your systems. No one else has your structure. No one else can do the things that you do, right? But they can do it, but not like you. Not like you. All right. No one else has your exact strengths and stories. Like, you are uniquely crafted. And this is exactly why we craft your signature offer, to be able to hit those premium buyers. All right. And so, yeah, your growth comes by just positioning. It's really about positioning and believing. When you truly believe in your offer, you're able to position it in a way so that others believe in it as well. Because your belief, sales is really just a transfer of belief. I say this all the time. Sales is just a transfer of belief. You believe so much in your offer and the impact and the transformation that it'll deliver for your clients, and you see it so clearly that you're like, yes, I can definitely help you. I want to help you. Let me know when you're ready to get this help, right? So you're not chasing. You're just making your offer, you're presenting your offer, making yourself findable, right? Getting visible so people can see and purchase so that they can have that transformation. All right. So you want to create messaging that creates the desire before you even reveal your price, right? You don't even have to, you don't want to, one thing too, when you're marketing, you don't want to just, I mean, everyone does it differently, but you don't want to attract price shoppers, because people who are price shoppers, they just look at the price, right? And they're not looking at the value that your offer actually has, right? So positioning means you mastering your marketing message, and also developing a simplified sales funnel, which is what I do as well inside of Business by Belief. We systemize your sales funnel so that sales come in constantly. So instead of you chasing clients or competing at the bottom for pricing to see, oh, whose price is lower, you're not a Walmart, you're not a Shein, right? You're Louis, you're Hermes, you're Chanel, you're up here, okay? And so you want to position your messaging so that it attracts the right people. So when people hear you, they're like, she's the one I need. All right. And so that is the G. That is the G. How to get your bag so that you can transition into coaching full time. All right. And so for those of you who want to build out your signature offer, I want to invite you to just comment offer, and I'll send you the link for the workshop. You'll get instant access to the workshop so that you can craft your signature offer, right? And if you're ready to just, dive right in, I'll send you just comment belief, and I'll send you the link, or you can just check the description below, and the link to apply for the Business by Belief Accelerator will be there. Inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator, I help you to transition into coaching full time. And I help you to craft your signature offer, develop magnetic messaging through story selling formation, and I help you to simplify your sales funnel so that 4-figure sales come in consistently, repeatedly, so that you can transition into coaching full time without chasing clients, without self-sabotaging, and without having to sacrifice time with your family. And also, I help you to get to the root beliefs, uproot the broken beliefs that are hindering your business growth, because your subconscious beliefs are responsible for 95% of your action. So I help you as a nurse, I help you to regulate your nervous system so that you can start showing up and being visible to market your business. And so you can also dissolve any income ceilings or money blocks or negative money beliefs that you might have that'll impact your success, right? You want to grow, but sometimes oftentimes there are subconscious beliefs deep rooted that you're not even consciously aware of. And so they self-sabotage you. When you go to show up, you find that you're like in fight mode or flight mode or freeze or fawn. And so I help you to regulate your nervous system in real time so that you can continue to make progress and heal as you build your business, right? Because you don't want to build a business and then it just comes when you hit a certain point or income ceiling, it just comes crumbling down. You need a firm foundation to really be able to transition into coaching full time and maintain a successful business and continue to grow and elevate in your business endeavors as well, because your business will only grow to the extent of your belief system and your body safety. So you can have all the structure, you can have all the strategy, but if you don't fully have that body safety and just really secure, reprogram belief systems that actually support you on your growth, on your business growth, and on your business journey, you will continue to self-sabotage and not fulfill the business that God has called you to build. Okay. And so that is the powerful work that I help my clients to do. And I'm just so grateful and passionate that I get to do this work. I'm so grateful to God that I'm able to take my gift of healing and my expertise as a nurse and combined it with business strategy and growth. And I'm just so in love with what I get to do. Oh, it's so powerful. Anyway, that's my spiel that I have for you. I pray that's been a blessing. Oh, actually, let me do a quick recap. So for you to stop justifying your price and position your coaching as premium and get in your bag, you have to, first and foremost, have brand belief, okay, aligned assignment, and guided growth. All right. So that is your recap. All right. And so this has been your daily dose for today. Excuse me. And I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. Let me know if there's any comments, questions, anything, just leave them in the chat. And I'm excited to hear from you. What was your biggest takeaway in this episode of the Daily Dose? And I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. But before I go, I'm going to tell you, just as God told me, put one foot in front of the other, step out on faith, and trust God for the next step. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.